Hey everyone, Josh here with Fresh Start Customs, and today we're going to do a real quick video to show you what happens with all of the different options in the Pathfinder tool here. So you probably see me use the Pathfinder tool a lot. I put mine in the top right here. If you don't have it, you'll click on Window, and then you'll scroll down and click on Pathfinder. It'll be like a floating bubble, and you can just drag it right into the top right corner for yourself. But I've got 10 different overlapping circles. These are just two circles on top of each other, as you can see there, just to show you what these do and how they are handy. So in this situation, let's say we want to unite or merge these two together. There's two different options for this, and they do the same thing essentially, except it reads a little bit different. So like the unite tool is for like compound shapes here. Merge will do the same thing. You'll see that here in just a moment. So if you click Unite, this is now one piece here. It's one total piece. This will come in handy whenever you want to merge or unite two shapes together. The next tool here is going to be the minus front. So whichever one of these are on top of another, so it looks like this one on the right, will be removed from both of them. So we're going to click on that, and that's going to minus the front, and it'll look like this little crescent moon here. Next up, we have intersect. So intersect will basically remove anything that is not overlapping. So your overlapping path will show up like this. Intersect comes in handy, so if you want to get like the overlapping path only, you have that. There is a similar one, which you'll see in a little bit, which is called crop. But it doesn't do as good of a job, in my opinion, as intersect, and I'll show you why here in just a second. So next up, we have exclude. So exclude is the opposite of intersect. So anything that is overlapping, that it excludes from that image. So I'm going to click on that, and it basically removes that overlapping path here. Next up, we have what's called divide. So divide is kind of a cool option here. When you click on this, it looks like nothing happens. I just clicked on it here, but what it did is it actually cut out these lines here. So you will have to ungroup this. So if you do Control Shift G, it'll ungroup, and you can actually grab the different sections now, and it divided that up into different portions. After divide, you do have what's called trim. So it kind of works like divide, but whatever's on top will get trimmed off, and then it'll become two different options here. So I'm going to ungroup this one too. And as you can see, that just trimmed that area out that was overlapping. After that, we have merge here. So merge, you're going to click on that, and it works just like unite. So both of these are just one image now. And after that, we have what's called crop. So this works just like intersect, except you see how it has this ring right here. So it's basically leaving the top section left over, but it crops out the area. So the problem with this is if you need to do like a cut line and you click cut, it's going to cut out this entire section that's kind of overlapping here, versus this one here, if you do like a cut line, it'll just be the outside edge perfectly. So that's something that you have to look out for with the crop feature there. After that, we have outline. So outline will just obviously do what it says it does. It just outlines the areas there for you versus like a fill. And then you have, last but not least, the minus back. So instead of the front being removed, it'll be the back that gets removed this time. So it's the opposite of the minus front that we had over there. So hopefully that shows you a quick look at what you can expect for this. I know it's not like a complete breakdown of like real use scenarios here other than showing you circles, but this just gives you an idea of what it does. There will be a lot of variations of this that you'll need to use when you're designing. So I just wanted to do a quick video to share with you guys what each one does and what to look out for depending on what you're creating. So you can create whatever you want based on that. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys have questions, I'll try and answer them down below. But this is the best way that I can kind of show you what was happening with each scenario here. Other than that, we'll catch you guys in the next one.